Hey, this is Steve, and that's Kelly, aka her. We're on the road again. This is the second leg of our 3-leg journey. Be 4 legs if you count the one home. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Well, whatever. Anyway, 2 days here, 2 days there, 2 days everywhere. Our destination today is the Everglades National Park, where we'll camp for a couple of days at a place called Lone Pine Campground. Long Pine Key Campground is at the southern entrance to Everglades National Park. First stop is the Ernest F. Coe Visitor Center. This is kind of a must-see because the interesting information that's in the Visitor Center will help set the stage for the rest of your time at the park. All right, take a read of this. The cocoa plum, often hallucinogenic. Blah, 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 blah.
Mildly hallucinogenic.
Yes,
and some folks use it to make a paradise plum concoction to improve the personalities of disagreeable people.
There we go.
Maybe we should make one for you.
Unfortunately, there aren't.
There doesn't seem to be any.
Unfortunately, there are not any on this tree. Or I'd grab some and feed them to her.
No, you're the one that needs them.
To her. Okay, how many critters can you spot here? Leave your answer in the comments section.
You gotta get them all.
In many places, you would consider this to be a bicycle rack, but at the Coe Visitor Center of the Everglades, this is an example of a python, Burmese python, one of the invasive species in the Everglades. Not really, it's a bike rack. First stop after the Visitor Center is where you pay the entrance to the park. Now, if you're a senior, you can get a senior pass, and that gives you free admittance to all the national parks. And then it's maybe 4 miles to the campground. Along the way to the campground, there are a number of these interpretive signs. I believe the number of which is 4. And this is the first one. Frankly, I think I would make this the first of the interpretive signs because this one talks directly to the fact that the Everglades are under extreme stress. And this is a warning sign. You don't see many of those around. The information on the park indicates that there are 2 invasive species here. One is the panther and the other one is the Burmese python. They have signs about the panthers. Even though it's an invasive species, they say that they're endangered because of speeding cars. Go figure that one out. On further investigation, the panthers might not necessarily be an invasive species. When I asked her where she read that, she couldn't remember. So that's a fact we're going to have to check out. We're here. And this is our campsite. You can see we've got a nice little yard over here, and these sites you can back into or pull into. It doesn't really matter because there are no utilities to hook your RV into. We backed in. I left us just enough room to be able to get the bikes off. I mean, there's literally just enough room, yes. But you can see Kelly's able to walk through there. And that means we could get the bikes on or off quite easily. And we're well enough inside the space that we don't have to worry about somebody hitting us from the front. We asked for a spot that would hold the 20 to 30 footer. That's the way they have it divided up. Then 30 to 40. And after that, I don't remember what it was. Kelly thinks she saw 45 on something. Anyway, so here's a photo of the map. You can see what they have. I mean, look at all the vegetation. Isn't that nice?
It was very quiet last night.
It was very quiet. You can see there's one RV there, and we had one last night that was parked right there, but you couldn't see them.
Except for the tail end of their...
Because there's so much vegetation. Now, if you had somebody who was parked right over here, yeah, you'd be able to see them, but if they pulled in so the picnic table was on their door side, you might not see them at all. On the website, it says that they're constantly making changes, and here's an example of one of the changes they're making. So this pedestal thing here is actually water. It's got a drinking fountain and a bucket fill. Here's one of the bathhouses. You can see up on the roof there are solar panels, and that's the source of the hot water that's used in the showers. There are 4 shower stalls available on each end for a total of 8. You can see they're male and female, and do have the ability to lock the doors.
Oh no, these are different than the ones we saw.
And you have a seat here, and then there's the shower. The accessible is the one that Kelly's remembering, which is much larger, but there's no divider between the shower stall and
So
the
everything's
seat.
gonna get wet.
And look at this nice little theater they have here. It's right off the edge of the lake. You can see the parking spaces back here are with the campground. In fact, because there's so much foliage, you can't really see the campground. But Kelly's already up there. And nice big screen, which is typically used for presentations by the rangers. And this is the trail that we were going to ride today. Yep, somebody stumbled. And somebody else didn't want somebody who stumbled to be riding today. So, there we go. No, it was not a cycling accident. It was walking. I actually tripped over some broken concrete in the sidewalk. It was not too dissimilar from this. Pretty bruised up on the left side, and both my hands got scraped up bad enough that it required bandaging. I forgot to mention, that particular trailhead's only maybe 100 yards from the entrance to the campground. Overall, the trail is about 6.5 miles one way. This Nike Hercules missile base was in existence from 1965 to 1979. It was one of 4 Nike Hercules sites constructed to protect Miami following the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. There are ranger-led tours of the base from mid-December through March. All right. Okay, we're entering the Nike Missile Range. Site. Nike Missile Base.
U.S. Army restricted area. It was a dog kennel.
Oh.
Dogs were housed in each Nike Hercules missile site to provide enhanced security. Both soldiers and dogs provided 24-hour perimeter protection. The support building remains, although the kennel and agility course are no longer present. Missile assembly and warhead building.
On the self-guided tour, they actually have the buildings open. Just to give it's 41 feet long.
And there's the rail that they...
Oh yeah, that's the rail that was used to
slide them out.
Yeah, to get them out for their firing position.
Alpha Battery, 2nd Battalion, 52nd Air. Wow.
This pamphlet, which is available at the missile base, gives a good description of the base and some insights into its history. So we'll go slow and you can read it. You may need to stop it to read the whole thing. See the bunkerness of these things in this shot. And that looks, yeah, you can see
that one over there.
the door is there.
That tunnel.
All right, well, that's it for leg 2 of our little vacation. 2 days here, 2 days there, 2 days everywhere. Hope you got something out of this video. I know we did, and that is we need to really think about how we do the travel videos versus some of the other things. It's not quite as easy as it looks when you watch some of the folks like Van Trekking Lifestyle or Changing Lanes or some of those. So, we do appreciate you watching. Thanks. See you soon.